Okay, so it is Friday, and I posted that I would do free coaching Friday at 3 o'clock, but I really can't wait that long. I kind of want to get online and finish off the pay week for one of the campsites that I just started working, that I've been a model on since 2004, which is weird in a whole bunch of ways, but it's okay. I'm doing a lot of things differently than I did before, so it's going to take time to make an adjustment of what I'm doing. And since I've been posting videos up on YouTube, there's been new members that are joining the group, which is kind of awesome. So I kind of want to keep that going of doing the cam model coaching thing, because it's not really done at all. It's like for cam model coaching, it's typically done when you work with a campsite and they give you their own internal coaching, or cam model out there named Nikki Knight. She does her cam model coaching under the contract of Cam 4, that company. But I want to do a cam model coaching that is generic, that will apply to pretty much every website that you're on, building your own content, expanding the multiple streams of income, because the industry of being a online personality, whether it's YouTube, gaming, being a cam model, building an internet marketing business, the principles of building a personal brand and building an audience, engaging your audience, and eventually selling to your audience, they're all the same. They all overlap, and I wanted to make sure that there's a space for these cam models, that they have a generic place or person that's their virtual mentor, which I've seemed to become that person without even trying to become that person. So I kind of need to keep that up because it's going really well. So I have like 2 pages or 3 pages of notes, I think, for a topic I was listening on, a wake up call from one of the internet marketing companies that I'm a part of. And I found that they really apply to being a cam model. And it was about like reinventing yourself so that you can achieve success. And that's exactly what it is. Of when I look back at when I started being a cam model, and then when I look back to now, 15 years later, that I still want to be a cam model, but I want to build other streams of income. And now with the way internet and technology is moving, and noticing there's more opportunities to make money online being myself, which I want to maximize that because it just makes sense. If if being a cam model teaches you the basics, or at least makes you aware of things, of how to be online, then it makes sense to expand, learn more about it, and just have more income coming in to have a better quality of life. Because we all know that the whole point of being a cam model is to make money. And the way of being a cam model to make money, you have to learn skills that are not openly discussed when it comes to being a cam model, which I wanna break that silence a bit, because it's something that cam models need to be aware of. It's not just I log on my website, I act pretty and flirty and cute, and guys will tip me or take me private chat and I make a lot of money. There's a lot of work involved in it, and there's things that the industry doesn't like to talk about, which is odd. Either they only talk about the money, or they only talk about the horrible things that happen in this industry, but they never talk about the actual life cycle career of what it takes to do this job. So there was like 5 points in this wake up call that I was listening to, and it was about like the first one was where's my notes? The first one was to decide on what you focus on. So when you become a cam model, it's typically a lot of unknown territory in the beginning, because you either find a website or you hear about it, and you typically only hear about the money people are making, but the work, the job, the tasks, the daily method of operation, those things nobody really knows about. So typically, if you have a website you've already registered on and your account is telling you you're ready to go, all you have to do is click broadcast now. The first thing you need to focus on is getting online. Like just getting online, getting people on the website to see you so that they will see you. Like it's not even about when you first log on that you'll make money. You might, but getting online so that the customers, the members, the website can say you're a new person on the website, come take a look. That is the first thing you need to do. Then when there's people in your room, you want to talk to them. Like they are real people. I know sometimes they say some horrible things, but they are real people. So you want to start the conversation with them. It's just more of getting familiar with what the website looks like, how you log on, what the sound effects of the website sound like, because some of these websites have a lot of different sound effects and you have to navigate those sound effects. Like it's just one of those things about doing this job. It's logging on, seeing how the website works, seeing people come in your room. If you're like me, a nerdy kid, you've been in chat rooms, like in the 90s, though, like Yahoo Messenger, that Yahoo noise, it's the most annoying noise ever, but it actually prepared me to understand the webcam chat rooms. It did, because it had similar things going on, and like now almost all the websites now have emojis. I really don't really like using the emojis, but apparently emojis in chat rooms for cam model chat rooms are becoming a thing. So a lot of these websites now are adding their own emojis, or they're adding the standard emojis. So it's a thing where emojis and being a cam model in your chat room is a thing. Sometimes these moving GIFs. There's a lot of graphics happening in chat rooms, which depending on what website you're on can be distracting. It can. And the main reason why I'm not talking about phone sex is because phone sex is not my primary way I make money, not my primary way I build my audience. And it's just something that I use to add as additional income, but also to keep my brand and my name more places on the internet. So that's why everything right now, I always seem to talk about being a cam model, because it is the most innovative industry where there's just so many things in there that you need to know, where you'll pick it up really quickly if you're a phone sex operator later. Like if you're already a cam model and you understand how to talk to your customers and you understand their fetishes and what they want and how to navigate the room to get them to buy from you in a video chat setting, the phone part is pretty easy. It really is, because of if you being a cam model and then you learn marketing and then you build your website, you build your social media, especially from your website, you can add in your call buttons for your phone sex numbers on your website. And then if your customers are following you or your audience is following you, they will automatically be curious about that feature and call you or join that website. So it just becomes this additional thing that just becomes secondary in the beginning, because it's not really what you focus on in the beginning. But when you have enough skills built up, adding that is just easier. If you're doing it from the top down, phone sex first, you're going to spend a lot of time waiting for the phone to ring. While webcamming, you don't really spend a huge amount of time waiting for somebody to initiate a paid chat session or giving you tokens, things like that, because it's a fast moving thing. Like it may be slow right now for an hour. Like right now I've been live for like 10 minutes or so, and I've been talking to myself. But I'm still talking to myself because I know people will watch the replay. I'm going to upload this thing on YouTube, and the comments either will come later, or they'll come on my YouTube channel, or I may get a new person join my new free coaching group I have set up right now for cam models. So there's things like that where video and live interaction is just a faster way of connecting to your audience and connecting to getting paid. It's just how video works. Video just seems to be the fastest way of getting to the result that you need. So when you know what you're focusing on, it's just easier. And then also you kind of want to know what you want to be known for in the industry as a performer, and in the industry not as a performer, as actually a person that's running a business, that you're branding and marketing your personality. Things like that I didn't realize I was developing until now, which is only because the industry wasn't as open as it is now. It wasn't as diverse as it is now, with multiple platforms you can build an audience, like YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and things like that. So the thing about starting as a cam model, we were the first online personalities on the internet that were doing live video. And then as mainstream picks up on things, because here's the thing about mainstream usually picks up their ideas from the adult industry. They do. Like it's the reason why we have 4K video. It's like why we have HD. I remember when HD came out, I was not happy about HD. Now with 4K video, I'm probably not as happy as HD or 4K, only because it just shows a lot more of things. That's the reason I just don't like HD video, because now HD video makes me think that I have to have my room set up in a certain way, or my hair set up a certain way, or start wearing makeup in a certain way. Like, it's just the thing about media and the technology of video, it just makes you feel like you need to put on a staged appearance to be broadcasting in the visual effects of video, audio, live streaming, all that. I don't know why, it just does. Like, it's also probably the reason why I can't really get on board with working on the website full time on My Free Cams. Like, I like their website. I like that there is another platform to make money as a cam model, but that website culture environment irritates me for some reason, where I just can't fit into that website where I know my confidence will be successful. So that is just something I'm okay with. Like, I work on 5 websites, 5 cam sites I work on. Then I got to deal with building internet marketing business revenue stuff, from affiliate commissions and teaching people blogging and YouTube videos, that stuff. That part over there is another new territory that I need to dive in more. While my 15 years as being a cam model, there's just certain things in there that I want to achieve for myself that if I wasn't aware of being a cam model, I would never know it existed. Like, these benchmarks that I want to achieve, like, it would just never happen if we didn't have this type of technology advancement of the internet and webcamming and live video, because it's just really interesting that way. What else I have on this list? Learn and reinvent yourself. Oh yeah, it takes time to do this. It does. It takes time to do this. If you're starting now, it's going to be really difficult in the beginning, because everything is brand new. Like, the websites are brand new. You're wondering if the company is going to pay you. You're wondering how to deal with the customers in your room trying to talk to you all at once. You're trying to juggle 5 conversations at once. Your typing skills may advance, or they won't. Then you end up using the audio, using your microphone more often. Then it's also this typing and moving your body in certain ways that it feels stupid to you, that, like, why you're moving that way, but the guy looking at it on your webcam thinks you're in the hottest pose ever. I do not know how that works. It's just part of the movement translation of video, where you think you're in the most stupid position ever, or the most uncomfortable position forever, and it looks awesome on camera, and it makes you a lot of money. Like, there's also times where the way I speak to my customers online also feels like I'm lowering my IQ, but the paycheck shows that it's working. So if it feels like I sound like a very perky and flirty and cheery and all that stuff on camera, it's just because that is what the audience responds to. But typically, I could really be more on the bitchy side on my natural personality than what I do when I'm working on webcam. So, but luckily, internet marketing, I get to be exactly myself. So it's kind of nice. So, third thing on this list was about educating yourself and looking for resources. Like I said, the cam model industry typically does not train cam models how to be successful in this business, which is, I don't know why it's like that. It just seems to be that way. So what has happened in the community of camming, they will slowly release information of how to be successful as a cam model. I have taken up to, because when I discovered YouTube and marketing online in 2007, I just started talking about my day. My day just happened to be, I work as a cam model 16 hours a day. So I just started sharing what I do. And I got questions and I started answering the questions. And I kept sharing what I do. And now I'm still doing that. But now it's also translated over to the internet marketing space. So I became this resource of people asking me questions about being a cam model. I remember when Paxum went down for business, that I became the go-to person about Paxum. I personally do not like that company. I am not using that company. I am working with all my website payment options. If they offer check in the mail, I'm getting my check in the mail. I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable like getting my check in the mail and then figuring out how to cash it when it comes here, because it's a US check and I'm in Canada and I gotta figure out how to cash the check. I've been doing that since 15 years. Me getting a check in the mail and cashing it at the places I cash my checks, that's a good thing for me. Yes, there's some websites that pay me in other methods. Some of them are faster. I take them if they're available, and as long as they don't cost me a lot of money to exchange my money from US dollar to Canadian dollar. So there's that. So I became this resource for Paxum. But being a cam model and learning resources for building your brand, building your audience, learning about building traffic, it comes from learning internet marketing. It doesn't have to be directly adult related, but you need to know the theory and principles and psychology of marketing so that you can apply it to your business. It doesn't have to be adult specific, but it has to be the marketing strategy, business building, sales, and apply that over, because it doesn't really matter what we're doing in adult. It matters that we're able to get the audience that is attracted to us, that will spend money on us. And that works with any business that you're doing. You need customers. You need customers to see you. You need customers to see you frequently. They need to build a relationship with you. They need to feel like your service or conversation or experience is valuable, where they will pull out their wallet and spend money on you. There's a whole thing that happens with that, and you just learn that from practice. You learn that from being around events, which is number 4 on this list of networking offline and online. So the cam industry, they have a lot of events. They have XBiz, which is XBiz Miami, XBiz LA. Just go to xbiz.com and xbiz.net, and that would be the community place to let you know of all the industry events that are adult webcam related. Then there's AVN, then there's Internet Expo, then there's one in Montreal coming up the end of July. Like, there's a lot of events that are happening where more now than before, they want cam models and performers there, because when the industry made a shift, they realized that cam models were still a booming income stream in the whole adult industry. So it just happens that way. People like to see people live out their lives, and they fall in love with that. So that, And then just general like internet marketing stuff. Like there's blogging conferences, there's VidCon, there's TwitchCon, there is like anything that you actually have a passion for. And if you're branding that as your passion, you can, like, because what happens is when people fall in love with the relationship that they think they have with you when watching all your videos or reading all your content on the internet, and if you suggest another product or service that you're using, that can be an income stream for you. So it's not always about, hey, I'm online, I'm naked on the internet. It's also, I was naked on the internet, but when I wasn't, I was knitting, or like you did a craft, or you learned pottery, or you like photography, like other skills, like show the human side of you. And that will also translate into customers that, mostly men, because they're curious, they will translate over to go see you on your webcam site and be like, and they'll have a conversation about like photography or TV shows you watch, or just things that make you a human. They'll talk about those things, and then eventually they'll give you money. Like it's just the psychology of men in this type of service. They'll do that. So you want to make yourself a complete, well-rounded personality when it comes to this, because it's not just about being on the webcam site and taking your top off for tips, or having a tip activated like novelty toy. It's not about that. It's really about building this relationship amplified reality TV show that people watch. Like, which is probably why, if you do happen to watch like the reality TV shows, Love and Hip Hop, Little Women LA, Kardashians, there's a reason these shows have been on multiple seasons. People really think they love these people, and they living and they only record segments of their lives and they put it together in this story, and people just believe the story. That is what you're creating when it comes to being a cam model and building a personality online, and that's just how it works. And somehow that formula makes a lot of money right now. That's just the formula. Like, you be yourself, you do all these things on the internet, you talk about them in natural conversational ways, and people get curious and they click on links, and then they pull out their credit card. It's just I don't know why it happens that way. I try not to question it too much, because I'm going to enjoy it, and it's just one of the options we have right now to make an income for ourselves, to use that income to upgrade our lifestyles, to invest in things that we want to do, pay off some debt if that's your choice. It's just one of those things. So if you can make money just being yourself and not having some formal education or huge credentials or a bunch of references, this is one of the places to do it. This is it. So I think I covered everything in my notes. I mean, there's more, but like I could probably make another video about it. But that is like pretty much it. And then consistency. Consistency, I have a love-hate relationship with that word, but consistency, small actions every single day definitely builds up to big results. And it goes with, when I look back at when I started, my first paycheck for camming for about, I think 40 hours was $300 US. And my next paycheck after that was like $1,500 US. Then it increased, or it stayed at $1,500 every 2 weeks, or like it jumped to $5,000 a month, or it jumped to 10. The thing about being a cam model and the income itself, it jumps all the time, and it's steady just by you consistently being live on your websites all the time, or it jumps because you're adding more income streams, or it jumps that you learn a new skill set, or it decreases because you stop maintaining a certain income stream. And it's just that cycle. So if you want it to be a consistent regular income, you're gonna have to be consistent regular income. So you're gonna have to really figure out your daily method of operation of how you're gonna spend your time working this industry of webcamming and learning marketing. Because webcamming and marketing, you have to learn it. It's not even like you kind of have to. You have to learn it, because the more people are aware of this industry, so more people are doing it, and more people are, luckily, you can win because people are lazy, but then there is, if you want to keep up with it and be in it long term, you're going to have to learn marketing, and you're going to have to learn overlapping skills. And learning marketing and being out there in the space of online, your friends and family may or may not find out about what you're doing only based on their behavior of the internet. It's not like it's automatically going to drop in their lap and they'll find it unless someone gives them the link to what you're doing and sends it to them. Like, that is how my family found out about it. It was because a link of me online got sent around and eventually it got to my family. But that meant somebody was on the website that I'm on because they had a membership to that website where it got to my family. It was just kind of that thing. And even if it came out from my mouth about it, I wasn't even thinking that my friends will eventually tell my family, because high school, I didn't really have a lot of friends. A lot of people that bullied me, a lot of people that disliked me. So I wasn't even thinking at the time when I started that someone was actually going to tell anybody what I was doing that would lead to my family, because I didn't have any solid friendship relationships back then when I started. Which, yeah, so that may not happen for you, but I'm just saying that if this is what you're going to be doing, you're going to build a personality brand for you or yourself online, you're going to have to get over who's going to know about it, because you have to be 18 years old to sign up on these websites, which means you're agreeing to make an adult decision that will affect a good portion of your life. And if you're only focusing on the money, but you're not like consciously planning what that looks like, it's going to be difficult for you. So I really think that I need to give the honest things about what's happening, because of the way the industry only gives you, well, people are making $10,000 a week. Some of them are. Yes. Awesome. I've done that in a month. I don't know if I'll do it in a week, but I can do it in a week in other industries, but not really a cam model industry. But that's just the way my personality and my work ethic and my consistency behaviors happen. So it's also that too. Like, it's just, this is one of those things that it's really based on you and your behavior and the way you see this work. If you see it as something that you can really do well at and really advance at and really build something for yourself from scratch, then yeah, it can be fun. It can be rewarding. It can be a lot of things. So that's just the way it works of the life cycle of this. And that is my Free Coaching Friday. I should have probably made it shorter. I don't know. But leave your comments below. Right now, I've been talking the whole entire time and nobody in the group has been watching this. So it's going to go up on YouTube. Then people on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Leave your comments below. Hit that likes button. That'd be awesome. And I will see you on the next Free Coaching Friday. See you guys later. Smooches.